Well, hey everyone, it's yours truly, Kelly Mack, and we are sitting out here not too far from Spartanburg County. We're at a secret location to protect the whereabouts of RaCravia. RaCravia is sitting right here with me. She was a victim recently of domestic abuse, domestic violence, and this happened in Spartanburg at a Bojangles in Spartanburg. Which Bojangles was it?
Asheville Highway.
Asheville Highway, yes. Which is exit 4C.
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly where Asheville Highway is. So you were there with your boyfriend recently.
Yes.
And tell us what happened.
Well, I was there with him trying to break everything off for good because I was tired of being scared, tired of running, tired of looking over my shoulder, and just want to be in a public place and not behind closed doors. So
right.
If anything happens behind closed doors, what if I can't get to the phone and call the police in time?
Right.
Sat down, ate breakfast, and everything seemed fine and dandy. He got up and left, and when he came back in, he came back and he shoved me through the window.
He shoved you through the actual window.
Yes.
And I'm told by sources that it was a double pane
yes.
window, so it was double glass on both sides.
Yes.
And this happened Tuesday?
Tuesday morning.
And I saw the pictures of you in the hospital. Of course, you and I talked behind the scenes, and you were telling me that when he cut you, well, when you got cut up here on your head from the glass, you didn't know if you were blind or not because you had so much blood in your eye.
I couldn't open up my eyes. I didn't know if I was able to open my eyes. I didn't know if I was cut because I didn't feel no pain or anything. I didn't know where the blood was coming from. So it was a very traumatizing experience. So. I'm
sure it was. How long were you guys in a relationship?
Maybe 7 months.
7 months?
Yes.
Wow. And how long were you in a relationship with him before he started physically abusing you?
The abuse started maybe in May. I'll say May.
May, June, July.
Yes.
3 months ago?
Yes.
Is this the most intense that it has become?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, were you brought up in a home where you saw abuse?
I've never saw violence between my grandmother and my mother, never.
Okay. Okay. So you knew that this was not right. You know, a lot of times people come up in it and they think that it's normal, you know, so they continue to let it happen.
Yes.
So this was not the case for you?
No.
Okay. The first time that he physically abused you, what happened?
I had just got off work and he was getting ready to go to work and I knew things was off because he was very quiet and he had a very scary look in his face, and them not even being home for 15 minutes, I get slammed into the wall. Oh my gosh.
Was there a reason for it? A reason to him? Because it's never right. There should never be a reason. But did he give you a reason?
No.
No, he just slammed you into the wall.
Then, you know, of course, oh, I'm sorry. And after being punched and kicked and all of that.
Y'all live together?
Yes.
Okay.
Briefly.
Okay.
So, punched and kicked, and then I was forced to actually take him to work that night.
Wow.
Because he said if you would have left, you was not coming back.
So he threatened your life?
Yes.
Wow. And this happened in May?
After that, it happened again the next day. The very next day. So.
Did it stem from like an argument, jealousy?
Jealousy.
Jealousy, okay. Which is usually the case,
yes.
Jealousy and insecurity. Tell me about some of your injuries. I see your arm is wrapped up. I see you have a couple of band-aids on your arm, your bicep, yes. And then you also have a big scar and it looks like stitches in your forehead.
Yes. Well, I have two big bruises on my arm, and those actually, they're more like stab marks. When the glass came down, it didn't shatter in little bitty pieces. It came down chunk by chunk. So I put my head down to try to protect my face as much as I could, and I realized I was cut on my face, and that's why I didn't know how bad it was.
Right,
but on my arm, I have 10 stitches in one wound. I have 12 in another. I have 6 up here, and I have 16 in my
16 in your forehead. Wow, and it's gonna leave a scar.
Yes.
I mean, it's very evident, but you're still gonna be beautiful.
Yes.
You know, and those will be your war scars, and you'll be able to tell the story one day. You know what I'm saying? And I think so often, a lot of women and men too, we like to hide when things go bad, and we don't like to talk about them. But there is, you know what I'm saying, a story in everyone's glory, and without a test you have no testimony. Yes. So I commend you for sharing your testimony, because this could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse.
I mean, you could have lost your eyes. You could have got a main artery in your arm, your neck. I mean, anything. You know what I'm saying? So you were definitely protected.
Even when as the glass was falling on me, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe glass is raining down on me, and I'm still like, I got up and walked around like nothing had happened.
Did anybody try to help you on the scene?
Everybody jumped into action. Everybody at Bojangles jumped into action.
Thank God.
Whoever was, the customers jumped in, even people in the drive-thru.
Good.
Got other cars and came in, because I got pushed outside.
Oh my
gosh. They had to pick me up from outside.
Oh Lord. So you were carried away in the ambulance, obviously. Now, you know, interesting enough, I read about your story online, and what I read was that he actually called back up to the Bojangles to check on you?
Yes.
What nerve?
Left. I can just remember me holding on to the glass, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he turned around and just left.
But then called and asked how his girlfriend was, and said you tripped and fell through the glass.
Said I tripped and fell through the glass. I was sitting shoulder to shoulder to the glass, so I didn't get pushed and stumbled.
Right.
I got pushed. I'm shoulder to shoulder to this glass. I got pushed with force.
Force in my
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't stumble or anything. Once I hit that glass, I was through it.
Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. I'm glad you're okay.
Yes.
It's how much older is he than you? I know you told me you're
He's a year older than
23,
me.
so he's 24. So you guys are in the same age group and everything.
Yes.
You know, and the reason I ask these questions is because so many people have this preconceived conception of what domestic violence looks like. Oh, well, it only happens, you know, when younger girls get with older controlling men, or oh, it only happens when you've been brought up like that and you think it's normal. But this was like a completely isolated event for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was the one, well, if someone's getting hit, they should leave. Sometimes I'm here to say it's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy. It's not as easy as it seems. But I can be as high spirited as I am now, because when I went through that glass, I thought about my son. My son would be 3 Saturday, and I'm hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I'm hurting. My son has a birthday coming up, and that's the only thing I thought about. I feel like that's what kept me calm, and that's what kept me collected, is my son. Think about my son's birthday. My son will be 3 Saturday.
Right.
And I'm bandaged up. My son likes to play, and it hurts, you know, so.
Yeah.
That's what kept me calm, is thinking about my child. And now, because he has hit me in front of my son.
Oh, wow.
And when that happened, I just said, you know what, I'm sick of this. It's not going to keep happening.
Yeah, because, you know, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Your son has seen you be hit on by a man now, and you don't want him growing up thinking it's okay to go and hit on women.
He will not.
You know, so you have to stand up and take control of your life. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, again, I commend you, and I was telling you behind the scenes that, you know, I'm very passionate about this subject and, you know, domestic violence as a whole, because, you know, not only have I worked with women that have been victims, but, you know, I've been in a situation myself long time ago, you know, but the scars and the mental pain and the emotional pain, it never goes away. You just learn how to deal with it better, you know, especially when you pour all your love and might into somebody, and then they turn around and they want to beat on you, you know what I'm saying? So you have to know that it's not your fault, though. There are deep-rooted issues in that young man, and I pray that he gets help for him, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hopefully he'll go to some classes and some anger management classes, see a therapist or whatever. Is he in jail yet?
He was bonded out around 2 o'clock this morning.
So what was his bond, do you know?
It was $25,000.
$25,000, and then he did a 10%, $2,500. Do you know who bonded him out?
His mother.
Oh, well, okay. I will keep my opinions to myself on that. I mean, at the end of the day, that's his mama. You know, has he tried to contact you or reach you?
Not today.
No.
But ever since when the situation happened, he called nonstop.
Okay.
Nonstop. Text, call, I'm sorry, nonstop.
Wow. And you say he has a job. Is it a pretty good job? Yeah. You think job might be in jeopardy?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
His mugshot obviously was all over the TV and all over the internet and stuff like that. Okay. Well, what can you say? You know what I'm saying? You do the crime.
Yeah. You don't pay for this.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, a couple weeks ago, you and I were also speaking behind the scene Tamisha Collier, aka Mimi, out of Spartanburg. She's a little bit older than you. You're 23. I think she was like, if she wasn't 40, she was definitely almost 40. And same situation, except he shot and killed her. And she's not here to tell her story today. You are.
Yes.
So I want to, you know what I'm saying, again, commend you, but I also want to encourage you to know who you are, know your strength, and know that if a man hits you once, baby, he is going to hit you again and again. You know why? Because after the first time, that's permission. If you don't leave after the first time, you're letting him know, I accept this. Regardless if you love him or you think he loves you or not, at the end of the day, you're giving him permission by staying. And I know it's not easy to leave, especially when you have children involved, especially when there's, you know, financial security involved, especially when you have love of all things involved. But a man that puts his hands on you in a violent and physical manner, he don't love you. He may be obsessed with you, okay? He may, you know what I'm saying, be infatuated with you, but it's not love. That's not what love looks like. That's not what it looks like. So I want you to look over here at the camera. A lot of people have gotten, you know, a side view of you, but I want you to talk to the women that are looking. Anybody that's going through an abusive relationship right now, domestic violence, physical abuse, and they're afraid to leave, what is the best thing you can say to them?
Please, if you can't leave, try your best. And if anybody needs to reach out to me and talk about anything, I'm open. I'm here to talk. I told myself that accident was supposed to be way worse than what it was, but I'm still here with just scratches. That's it. And I'm thankful for that. My pride got the best of me. Don't let your pride get the best of you. If you really want to get out, please, please. Because it's not worth it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You know, it's funny because it's not really funny, but I make a joke out of it because the person that, you know, I was in a situation with a long time ago in my late teens and early 20s, I tell them all the time, you know, and we're friends now, you know what I'm saying, but I tell them all the time, I said, you messed it up for everybody. I said, because can't nobody come behind you and do that ever again, because that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, it ain't gonna be nothing pretty, you know, and you have to stand on that too, you know what I'm saying? Don't find yourself in another situation where if somebody's aggressive with you or pushes you, just know that he may not hit you that time, but it's coming. So you have to leave when you see the red flags. You have to leave when you see the writing on the wall, you know what I'm saying? Don't give anybody the benefit of the doubt, especially when it comes to a physical abuser. Yes. So, 23 years old. 23. Your life is ahead of you. Are you working right now?
Yes.
Okay. So, I don't know what field you're in, and we don't have to get into that, you know, on camera, but you may want to think about some volunteer work with some of these women's shelters.
I do.
Our domestic abuse and domestic violence organizations and stuff like that, and maybe do some outreach, because there is a story behind what's going to be your glory, and I need you to believe that and receive it, okay? All right, well, as long as you do, and I'm always here, you got my number, we can talk. You put an event together or team up with someone else to put an event together, we can come together, join forces, and make it successful.
I want to take this and make it into I can help others.
Right.
I'm 23, I'm young.
Yes, you are. You got your whole life ahead of you.
So I want to be the one who, if anyone's scared to talk, they can talk to me.
Right.
They can talk to me about anything. Because I'm sure nobody expected to get thrown into a glass window.
Right. You didn't expect that when you woke up.
Not at all. Not at all. If I would have known that would happen, we would have went to Bojangles and ate. Never.
Right. Exactly.
So I want to be the voice for the voiceless.
Absolutely. And big shout outs to everybody at Bojangles on Asheville Highway, the customers, the management, the staff that didn't just pull out their phone and video it like some people do. They actually came to your rescue and they helped you. So big shout outs to everybody over there. You keep your head up. Anybody else out there that's dealing with domestic violence, keep your head up and know that it's not going to stop until you walk away. And it's better to walk away than to be carried away.
Yes.
IJS, I'm just saying. What we're doing here before we wrap up is we're going to be launching a new video series with yours truly, and it's called Your Story. You just told your story, and that's why we're going to call it Your Story. So we're going to do a video series. This is like going to be the first episode. So not only are we live right here on Facebook, but we also have a video production crew in the back getting some footage as well. So you are going to be the first guest on your story, and I thank you for your time, and I thank you for telling your story.
Anytime, and if they can get awareness out, anytime.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that I have high spirit. I can sit here and smile.
You can. That's because you got this thing is called joy.
Yes,
and when you have
I'm
joy,
here.
it don't come from the world, it don't come from people, it comes from the Lord. So that joy, it lives deep down inside, and nobody can take it away. So you continue to be joyful, continue to smile, and if you gotta cry, you cry through it too. But just remember, can't nobody take that joy away.
It's rough, but
I get it.
I never thought that I would be this strong, but I can sit and smile. I can still sit and take pictures. Although I have stitches in my foot, I can still.
Yeah.
It's not going to define me.
No, it's not going to define you. It's not going to defeat you. You're going to continue to be who you are, and there's something deep down that's going to come about of this situation that it's all going to make sense to you in the long run. So you just continue to push on. And again, RaCravia from Spartanburg, I appreciate you sitting down with me today. I appreciate you reaching out to me. I drove all the way up from Charlotte.
Yes.
Well, I should say all the way down 85 from Charlotte because I wanted to sit down and talk to you. So thank you again.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. And thank you to everyone watching, and stay tuned, and we will tell you about your story. If you need to get in contact with me, you can always email me, just like RaCravia emailed me at bookkellymac@gmail.com. It's 3 words, but all together. Book, B-O-O-K, Kelly, K-E-L-L-Y, Mac, M-A-C, @gmail.com. That's bookkellymac@gmail.com. The email's also in my profile if you need it. Thanks so much, and shout outs to Brandon, aka B Legends, holding us down today. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All right, no doubt.